So I'm pleased to present to you today the Master of Arts in Digital Humanities for cultural professionals. This is a relatively new master's program at our university, and I'm pleased to be leading it into the future and helping it to grow. So let me tell you a bit about myself. I'm an associate professor of literature and cultural studies at this university. And my area of particular specialization is English language literatures. So you can find me on the EduHK website and learn a little bit more about the things I care about and the things that I research. And that will also help you understand more about what our program is up to these days. But let me try and begin today by giving you a sense of what these two interesting phrases, digital humanities and cultural professionals, mean to us. So to begin, what is digital humanities? The first thing that we need to understand is that these days, technology and the humanities are no longer separate things for different kinds of people. In the past, you may have felt that there is a kind of culture clash, that people who care about literature or art or music or poetry or philosophy or history may not be interested in technology, computers, data, coding, programming. But increasingly, this view is out of date. And one of the focuses of my program is to bring these two large areas of human knowledge and human experience together, to find people who are interested in both of them and have new ideas about how they can interrelate. So, by accessing techniques like data analysis, visualization, and text mining, digital humanities allows us to uncover hidden patterns and gain new insights. We are always looking for new ways to read and understand different kinds of cultural texts, learn more about history and culture in ways that we haven't been able to before. Working in the digital humanities means immersing yourself in a multidisciplinary environment and learning how to navigate digital archives, create beautiful data visualizations, and gain invaluable skills in coding, data analysis, and critical thinking. So I think you'll have the major idea of digital humanities if you think about it as a way of combining what have often seemed like two different ways of thinking about the world. Now, what's a cultural professional? Cultural professionals are ambassadors for shared traditions and artistic expression, and they are experts in fields such as art, music, dance, theater, literature, and beyond. So what I'm thinking about here are people who care about the ways that people express themselves, the ways that cultures identify who they are and what the meanings of the most important things in life are like. These people, as I say here, innovate, preserve, and connect the past, the present, and the future. Their jobs involve organizing exhibitions, festivals, and education programs, and collaborating with artists, artisans, and communities to create new works, revive forgotten traditions, and explore innovative expressions. Particularly in Hong Kong, we have a vivid, vibrant, and growing culture and creative industry sector. One of the wonderful things about this city is that there are many, many resources for culture and creative industries and large institutions with deep networks that we can use and access to understand how culture and creativity both preserves past heritage and human knowledge, and at the same time builds on those things to create better and more meaningful futures. So as I said, our program has two interesting phrases in its title, the digital humanities and cultural professionals. And I think that if you think about those two phrases in the ways that I've just proposed, you'll begin to get a sense of what our program is all about. Now, let me just sort of consolidate a little bit. These are the official learning outcomes of our program. Our graduates will be able to evaluate and develop digital humanities research methods. We'll be able to conceptualize and implement digital practices that are essential in the culture and arts domains. But they will also be able to critically evaluate digital works as cultural artifacts and discourses. And finally, and this is increasingly important in the era of AI, we need to be able to assess and formulate the ethical considerations that are necessary for professionals who are working with data. So these official learning outcomes define everything we do in the MADHCP program. And I hope they gave you a sense of the kinds of expertise that you would gain in the program and the kinds of expertise that you would then take into the job market following our program. But as some of my other colleagues have also said, education is never just about the formal part and never just about what happens in the classroom. And I think that there are three things that are particularly important for MADHCP graduates. First of all, this is an English program. You will interact with your instructors primarily in English, and your courses will be in English. I think that we're very happy to help our students sort of enhance their English proficiency and their confidence, and at the same time, learn a kind of technical vocabulary that is most available in English so that they can work in fields and sectors in which that kind of vocabulary and terminology is in use. The second thing is about our university. EduHK is a young university and a growing university, and it has made major commitments to technology, to technology resources, and also to just a nonstop academic culture that is constantly bringing speakers, holding events, constructing exhibitions, and otherwise offering its resources specifically to people who are interested in the intersections of technology, media, digital culture, and other areas, not only education, but including education. And the third thing I want to mention here is that Hong Kong is just a really good place to study arts, culture, and media. This is a city with big organizations and lots of ongoing programming. And whenever I greet new students for our program, whenever I meet new students around campus or before or after class, I always want to know what it is that they've seen, what it is that they've gotten involved in, what it is that they've been interested in this city, because I think that so many of the things that are happening around Hong Kong are things that can connect to our investments in this program. I think we're well positioned strategically with our particular set of topics and the places that we're organizing our program. So another way of summarizing the things that we are thinking about, the things that we are teaching, and the things that we are learning is to focus on a set of expert areas. So the expert areas of our program are creative arts, cultural management, cultural preservation, digital learning, and digital media. So I've said a number of things about these areas already. I think at this point, I just want to highlight the notion of digital learning. So when I think about the creative and culture industries, one thing that we have to understand is that frequently they do involve elements of teaching and learning. Teachers teach in classrooms, but museums are also doing a kind of teaching. Nonprofit organizations that promote community arts are also doing a kind of teaching. Community organizations that help kids express themselves and learn how to use technology and different forms of digital media are also doing kinds of teaching. So even if you don't necessarily want to be a teacher, our program can still be a good place for you to learn how to spread good practices and increase everybody's ability to engage in arts and culture. These, nonetheless, are our 5 expert areas. We have a well-trained international group of colleagues who are focused in these particular areas and who are looking forward to teaching and learning about them with you. Just a few more things. I think that Like our other colleagues, we try to promote an academic culture in which we're very available to you as students. I don't think that EduHK is a hard place to get in touch with your professors and take advantage of the things that they know and that they care about. I think that everybody I know is very happy to hear from students in different ways, happy to meet in office hours, happy to get a cup of coffee. Certainly, I am looking forward to doing that with my MA students every year. This carries over to the classroom. We try to promote a classroom environment in which there's a lot of discussion and a lot of interaction that gives students opportunities to ask questions and engage. If you haven't been the kind of person who approaches the classroom that way in the past, I think this is one of the most important things that our MA program can teach you. It teaches you how to get your hand up. It teaches you how to engage. It teaches you how to actively use the knowledge that you are gaining in the classroom. This is really important. And I think it's one of the benefits of our MA program, but of other MA programs in the Faculty of Humanities as well. In the last year, I have really been encouraging our colleagues to bring in as many expert guests to our program as possible. And so we are going to have more than a dozen this year, talks, seminars, film screenings explicitly for MADHCP students. So I see this as a major benefit of our program and one of the most important things that we do. Your teachers know a lot of stuff about digital humanities and the work of cultural professionals, but of course we don't know everything. One of our jobs is to get you in touch with other people who are working in different types of institutions, who have different types of backgrounds. This particular shot right here is a visit that we had from one of the directors of the Hong Kong Maritime Museum. There are many museums in Hong Kong. The Maritime Museum is a museum about the history of shipping and the sea as it's influenced Hong Kong culture. And of course, we need to get out of the classroom. We go to museums, we go to galleries, we go to performance spaces. All of these are places that can be places of learning, as I've already said. And so this is an important component of our program as well. So I hope I can give you a kind of more rounded and fuller picture of the things that our program offers to you. Of course, we're really focused on providing high quality classroom experiences, but our ambition goes well beyond this. So I think it would be good if we can all hear a little bit of feedback from our former students. Last year, Si Yaxin, our 2025 graduate, has graduated from the program and gone on to a job. And I think it would be just nice to hear from her for a minute about what her experience was like.
Hello, everyone. This is Yaxin, a graduate of the MADHCP program. My background is in cultural industry management. After 7 years of work and an MBA, I saw that technology like AIGC was a clear future for culture.
That's artificially intelligence generated content, AIGC. You'll know this by the time you finish our program.
I needed to connect my cultural knowledge with these new digital tools. That's why I chose this program. I now do marketing at a Hong Kong company under China Tourism Group that creates high-quality cultural projects in the Great Bay Area. What I enjoy most is using the digital skills I learned on real cultural projects. It's so rewarding to connect people with this great experience. My plan is to use small new technology and create exciting experience for audience. The MADHCP program really helped my career. It's a great mix of big idea and hands-on skills. First, courses like Digital Humanity methods give me a new way to think about how digital tools and methods are changing cultural industry. But the best part was the practice. The program is truly for professionals. I wasn't just a student, I was a builder. In courses like contemporary digital media and the practice and the curating online exhibition, I learned to make new digital projects from start to finish. Even game-based learning gave me new insights into audience engagement. This mix of thinking and doing is what the industry needs. It's what my employer wanted, and it gave me the confidence to lead our new cultural projects. I'm so thankful for my time at EduHK. I highly recommend the MADHCP program to any professional ready for the digital future. Thank you.
Okay, so I just wanted you to hear a little bit about one of our successful graduates. I think that she has really found that our program's sort of combination of theoretical and conceptual material and also the hands-on aspects of the program uh, connected her to a set of jobs and professional opportunities that were what she was looking for.
Hello.
Oops. Just a few more remarks from our existing cohort of students. I hope that all of my colleagues are humorous and helpful. I know that many of our students feel that we've been able to broaden their horizons, help them interact more confidently, particularly in English, gain a deeper understanding of literature and art, find new methods to broadcast traditional culture. So we've had really good feedback on this program from our existing groups of students, and we are always looking to hear from students about how we're doing. So one of the most important focuses in our program this year and in the coming year will be to remain in really close dialogue and contact with everybody in the program. That means the teachers and the students and also future employers and other stakeholders, to make sure that we're giving students a really meaningful, substantial, and substantive experience that helps them on their way in the future. We expect that MADHCP graduates will enter different areas of the culture and creative industries. These are just some examples. They can include digital art, media, and entertainment, publishing, libraries, museums, heritage institutions, communication, marketing, and advertising, and then arts, culture, and education nonprofit organizations. So we have former students working in all of these different kinds of areas. It's a broad field. But again, to go back to the beginning, what I'm looking to find is a student who cares both about arts and culture on the one hand, and also about digital technology and new media on the other hand, and wants to bring those things together. Because I really think that this is where so many parts of contemporary world are going, and something that we really need to understand. So let me just give you a couple other details. Like most of the programs you've heard about today, we have 24 credit points and a 1-year full-time program. We have 2 core courses called Digital Humanities Methods. This is the one I'm teaching myself, and doing cultural studies in the digital age. And then we have a series of electives that correspond to those expert areas I was talking about earlier. They'll change a little bit every year, but as Yaxine was just saying, for example, we have game-based learning, curating online exhibits, different courses that address our expert areas in different ways. There are some admissions requirements. We'd like you to have a bachelor's degree in arts, humanities, social sciences, journalism and communication, cultural studies, or education. This is a long list. The key is that you have a bachelor's degree that shows that you're interested in and have some knowledge that you can bring to the classroom. We also have some requirements for students who have graduated from non-English speaking university systems related to the IELTS. It's an English language program. It's crucial that we be able to communicate. You'll attend an interview. It will probably be with me. This interview isn't really a test. It's more just a way to make sure that you have the right idea of what the program is about and that we have good fit between your existing interests and the things that you want to do in the future. So this is an interview, but it's also more like a chat. All right, notes to non-local applicants. We need some criteria for your language testing, and then also we're strongly encouraging you to submit your applications as early as possible. And then finally, we don't need to go through any education agencies to get your application done. We encourage you to just apply directly to us. Here's some information about the tuition fee, about the same as other programs at the university. Okay, we come then to the Q&A section. If there are any questions that you'd like to ask me about the Master of Arts in Digital Humanities for Cultural Professionals, now is your time. I really hope that this presentation has been interesting to you. The first question is about assessing student performance. Will there be exams, projects, presentations? I think that the thing that we're most focused on on that particular list will be the projects. I don't think we have any exams. There may be presentations in some of your courses, but because digital humanities is a kind of hands-on discipline, more often than not, we're going to be presenting a set of skills and then asking you to present those skills in some type of project structure. Any other questions? Are there opportunities for networking with professionals in the industry? Yeah, this is really important. I think that one of the priorities of our program is to make sure that we bring people to campus who are working in different parts of cultural sector. That can mean in Hong Kong and beyond. We want to give you a sense of what's important to those people, give a sense of how they got where they are, the stories of their careers, so that you can better envision and understand what you can do with the skills that we're trying to provide. So this is a key priority for me as a program leader of this program. Okay, well, I'm out of time, but I'm really easy to find. If you want to send me an email, Google my name, it'll come right up. I'm really happy to hear from prospective students of this program. Now, however, I need to introduce my colleague, Dr. Yang, who is the Master of Arts in Music Education Program Leader. I'm sure you'll all be interested to hear what he has to say about music education studies at our university. So thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you.